Safe yet stunning summer scents for the office. Say that 10 times. Let's talk about it. Eid Mubarak, people. My name is Nixon Dias and you are watching Smelly Cat. This video is not sponsored by Surfshark or Skillshare or anyone else, so please hit that like button, that subscribe button and that bell icon because it will really help me. Today's video's title is quite the alliteration, right? Safe, stunning, super summer staple scents for the office. Anyways, let's move straight into the video. By the title you already know what the video is going to be about. This is not a top 10 video, it's just some of the scents that I've been wearing recently to office, and I said, hey, since it's summer, why not share this with you as well. I've also kept it in that budget to mid-range, so nothing too expensive. It's a good mix and you'll definitely find something you like in here. Let's start with a niche scent, which is actually quite cheap considering the quality that you get. I'm talking about GUERLAIN HOMME EDP. Now the two words that people associate with this the most is boozy and mojito. But I think there's quite a bit of exaggeration there. Yes, it has a minty freshness thanks to that lime and light rum note to it, but it's not really mojito in a bottle or anything like that. This one has one of the most enjoyable openings for me. The mid is where it's a little classy floral soapy scent, and the dry down is all about that cedar, vetiver and patchouli. This one is perfect for office for me, because it's not too heavy, it's matured, it's masculine, and it's also fresh, but in a sort of subdued and inoffensive way. Another GUERLAIN on the list, and one that is unfortunately discontinued at the moment and quite actually hard to find. I'm talking about L'Homme Ideal Cologne. It's a very good scent, but I think it's a tad bit overrated now that it is discontinued. I love this scent. Now you'll say, if you love it, why didn't you use it so much? Believe me, I had a 50 ml of this before and I was stupid enough to finish that bottle off, but lucky enough to get this 100 ml, which I'll go really easy on. If you are not paying a discontinued vintage price for this one's a really good buy. Like I said, I do like wearing it a lot, and it's actually quite unique because it has this dual personality, you could call it, where it fits perfectly as a holiday weekend sort of scent, but it also does really well as a scent that can be worn to office. Seriously, this is a scent that can feel like this and at the same time feel like this without any problem. The style for this one is a creamy citrus, I would say. Think of scents like AZZARO of Uden, Chanel's Allure Homme Edition Blanche, Lemon Line, those sort of scents. This is in, it's one of those kind of scents. And that's why it works perfectly for a semi-formal sort of setting, but also a more casual one. Moving to one from a Middle Eastern house with a not so Middle Eastern scent, I'm talking about Arabian Oud's Majestic Platinum. This, as the name suggests, is Arabian Oud's take on Chanel's Platinum Egoist. Now the difference between Platinum Egoist, which is a classic, and this one is, first of all, this seems a little less outdated to me. It's a little more modern. Why? Because it has a little more freshness up top, and the aromatics in this has been toned down a little. Second, the projection and longevity on this one is far better than the Platinum Egoist that you get now. Thirdly, it's an Arabian Oud, so you definitely can expect it to come in this amazing, over-the-top, excessive presentation. This is just the inner box. Outside it comes with another layer and then ribbons and then even a separate bag. So even people who aren't into the boxes and the presentation and are all about the scent, those people will appreciate it as well. Next we have Acqua di Gio's Profumo. I know. This makes so many lists, but hey, there's a reason for that, because this one is a really well-made scent. For me, this one is a perfect office scent. Now some people will say that it's too sexy for a 9 a.m. Monday morning meeting, but I will have to disagree. This is actually more versatile than people think it is. Like, people will say that it's great for a date night, which it is, but I also think that it fits perfectly as an office scent. Why, you ask? That's because it's just the right amount of serious while being fresh enough for summer and still has the right balance of interesting and inoffensive. It is a fragrance that for some people might take some time to grow on you, but eventually it does. So just keep in mind when you're going for this one. The next one is special because this one is actually my scent. It's called NXN Arabian Sea, and I'm not just plugging it in because I want you to buy it. In fact, it's almost sold out everywhere. Sold out here in the UAE. The first sort of batch was sold out in India as well, sold out in Bangladesh and Philippines, and I think only a few pieces will be available. I think not even 12 or 14 pieces will be available in India again. So no, I'm not trying to sell this because 12 pieces, what will I do with it? But yes, this is a scent that if you already have or you know someone who's selling it, pick it up, because this is one of the scents that I've been wearing recently to office a lot. You know that I don't really talk about my fragrances and I don't really review them because I think that it will be unfair for me to talk about it, but I thought I'll put this in this list because recently someone also did a summer or an office scent list, and they had Arabian Sea somewhere up there in the list. So I thought, hey, if others are doing it, why not me? And I've also been wearing this a lot. Also, initially this was not on my list. I had another scent, but just as I was about to shoot this video, I got a message from one of my colleagues asking me what I wore to office on Thursday. So I thought, why not add this since people like it? The feeling that I wanted people to get with this one is like standing in front of a waterfall or a lake and the wind is blowing in your face. And I think with the opening of this one, man, it's good. With the opening of this one, I think we've nailed that. Now, because we wanted this to stand out from the crowd, other than that citrus, that ozonic feel, that seawater in the opening, it has a lot of depth in the base and the heart notes. It's got vetiver, lavender, woody notes, frankincense, vanilla. So it feels a lot more than just another blue scent. Try this if you haven't yet. Like I said, very, very few pieces remaining, 12 to 14. It'll be in India soon. Sold out in the UAE and the other markets that they were available in. Actually, my favorite from the first 3 releases that I have 7 new ones, but this is from the 3 older ones that I have. This one's called Arabian Sea by yours truly. Next on the list is John VARVATOS Artisan Pure. Love the bottle and I love the scent as well. This is a very bright and uplifting scent, and unlike most scents that are put into this bright and uplifting category, this one does have quite a lot of depth as well. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm not really a big fan of white floral notes, especially citrus flowers like neroli or orange blossom. For some reason, if those notes are too prominent, I instantly get a headache. This is one of those rare neroli fragrance that I not just can bear, but actually I quite enjoy. Weirdly though, neroli is not mentioned as a note in this one. Also, this is the kind of scent that is made for the office. You know, it has a nice light bubble around you, is very inoffensive and does get you a lot of compliments. Another neroli fragrance that I don't just tolerate but actually wear quite a bit to office is Dunhill Aiken. Now that is probably because the neroli in this has a masculine touch to it, maybe because it works in tandem with the pepper. You know, it's very hard to find scents that are both safe yet different. This one does both of that and it's totally worth the coin. Over time, this one develops quite a lot. It does get sweet and smoky and a little more interesting than the opening. My only gripe with it is its performance. Because when it starts off, you will think that it will last quite a long time. It starts off strong. But on my skin, I get only around 4 to 5 hours, maybe 5 to 6 at max. And the sillage, the projection is actually quite moderate as well. But hey, even with that average performance, it's on the list because it is a great office scent. If you want to take a shower, head to office and still smell like the shower gel you just used, then you should try Pure Instinct by Swiss Arabian. Now to some people it smells like Bleu de Chanel, and to some people it doesn't. I can see why the comparison is made, but to me it's not a clone. But if you try hard enough, you will find a bit of Bleu de Chanel in it. This one performs really well, but it's one of those scents that you'll go nose blind to really soon. But your colleagues around you will definitely smell it. So don't overspray thinking that, you know, it's really light scent, because it's not. Starts off pretty fresh, this one. So yes, it will keep you awake till about noon, and then it turns into a woody, musky scent with a bit of sweetness that will last you till the end of the day, at least till 6 p.m. My next fragrance is old school, yes. Mature and masculine, yes. Barber shop, yes. But dated, no. People say that it feels dated only because of when it was released. I'm talking about AZZARO Pour Homme. If this was a recent release by a niche house, people would have been raving about this one. A good example of that is Bordeaux by Tom Ford, right? No one says it smells outdated. They will say it smells classy or traditional. And whether it's casual Friday or you're dressing up sharply for an important meeting, this one does pretty well. So if you haven't tried this one, or if you've been avoiding it, I'd say, especially for the price, you should consider this one. Last one on the list, and opinion is divided on whether this smells similar to a more expensive fragrance, PDM's Galloway. Yes, I'm talking about LALIQUE White. What do you think? Does it smell like Galloway to you? I'll tell you what I think. I would say yes. The resemblance is there, but people who say that it smells nothing like it are actually wrong. Having said that, also don't believe people who tell you that they smell exactly the same, because they don't. One thing that people conveniently forget to mention is that LALIQUE White has actually released 5 years before Galloway. This has a beautiful lemon leaf opening, which is perfect for people who find the lemon note too sharp or astringent. Having said that, it has LMI as a note, which gives it that sharp feel, and I think that using lemon leaf was a good idea, because lemon and LMI would make it really intense in the opening. The tamarind in this is pretty unique and not something that you'll spot in many other fragrances, and the pepper used in this definitely holds its own among the other notes. Also, remember, you heard it first here, this one actually smells like the Lufthansa first class lounge in Frankfurt. So if anyone's been there, you walk in and it smells like this. That's it. We did 10 scents really quickly, and hey, you're at the end of this video, which means that you probably will like it, or you had zoned out at some point. Either way, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and until next time, keep smelling amazing.